Another large and extremely dangerous tornado is expected to develop shortly in the South Detroit metro. A tornado warning remains in effect until 2:30 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time for southeastern Wayne County. At 2:15 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, a large and extremely dangerous tornado was developing over Flat Rock, moving northeast at 75 miles per hour. This is a particularly dangerous situation. Hazard: damaging tornado. Source: radar indicated rotation. This storm has a long history of producing strong tornadoes in southeast Michigan south of Adrian and in Dundee. Conditions are extremely favorable for fast developing, long track tornadoes. Impact: you are in a life-threatening situation. Flying debris may be deadly to those caught without shelter. Mobile homes will be destroyed. Considerable damage to homes, businesses, and vehicles is likely, and complete destruction is possible. The tornado will be near Flat Rock and Rockwood by 2:15 p.m. Gibraltar, Woodhaven, and Trenton by 2:20 p.m. Riverview by 2:25 p.m. Heavy rainfall may hide this tornado. This storm is also moving at interstate speeds, making the tornado nearly impossible to spot before it reaches your location. Take cover now.
All right, new updated tornado warning. This tornado has touched back on the ground. There is major damage in Dundee. We have a crew there, and we will get you that footage in a little bit. However, we need to focus on this, what the National Weather Service is calling a large and extremely dangerous tornado. For everybody else watching, there's a sub-severe line of storms. There is rain, thunder, gusty winds, maybe some hail. But we have to focus on this life-threatening tornado. You can see a debris ball here near Flat Rock. This is a relatively new product. You can match it with the velocity couplet right here, and you can see this blue blob. That represents debris being lofted in the air. It's what any of these cool colors represent. There is a 100% success rate with tornado detection. Now, the blue blob, the tornado, has just gotten much bigger in size. If you live in Woodhaven, Trenton, Riverview, Southgate, Wyandotte is out there too. You have to take tornado precautions now. This looks like a very strong tornado, and it's moving at 75 miles per hour. That's higher than any speed limit in the state of Michigan. The velocities are quite literally off the charts. You can see some missing pixels there. That represents wind speeds that are too high to be measured by our radar. Let's go over tornado precautions. Interior room on the lowest floor, away from windows. If you are driving on 7585, which is Fort Street or anywhere near Trenton, Woodhaven, Riverview, get into a gas station or some kind of sturdy building. Businesses will let you in. Also, if you know anybody that lives in this area, please let them know that there is a large and extremely dangerous tornado on the way. Wow. The blues have deepened even more, and it looks like the velocities have condensed in the past minute. It also seems like this has going tornado, velocities condensing, slowing down like that all of the sudden. That's a telltale sign of a violent tornado, and you have to believe me when I tell you your life is in extreme danger if you are in the path of this thing. I'm going to name some roads in the direct path here. Allen Road, King Road, it's knocking on your doorstep right now. After that, it's going to get to Sibley Road and Fort Street. At that point, it would be coming up on downtown Riverview and West Jefferson Avenue. Then it'll be over the Detroit River, and we'll be done worrying about this tornado. I mean, this has to be historic. The last time we had anything this strong in southeast Michigan was 2 years ago in Dexter, the EF3. Before then, you'd have to go all the way back to 97. Getting back on track, this is now making a beeline right for downtown Riverview. You have about a minute or two before it's directly on top of town. Again, just like I said a minute ago, interior room on the lowest floor of a building. Stay away from windows. Get in a basement if you have one. After it gets out of Riverview, it's out of here. It's crossing the river. We don't have to worry about it anymore. Also, Rockwood and Gibraltar, you guys are technically in the warning, but this will stay well to the north. Man, the velocities just won't die down. You can see the debris ball on the normal radar as well. You have to take shelter in Riverview. This, without a doubt, has probably taken some lives in southeast Michigan today. Please get to a safe place. I want to pass this along real quick. Apparently there are several schools that have been in the path of this tornado. I got a text stating that Bates Elementary School has taken a direct hit in Woodhaven. Also a report of a train derailment in Flat Rock. And now it's on top of Riverview. It still looks strong as ever. I hope everybody got the warning. This tornado hasn't even been back on the ground for much longer than 5 minutes, combined with the fact that it's likely wrapped in rain and moving at interstate speeds. I just have a massive pit in my stomach. This tornado is going to get to the intersection of West Jefferson and Pennsylvania Avenue here in a minute, and then it'll be out of here. It'll cross into Canada. These velocities just continue to get stronger and stronger the further it goes into urban neighborhoods. We have footage of damage from Dundee. We have a crew down there, and we'll get to that in a second. But we need to focus on the current situation at hand. There's a lot of damage in Dundee, and I'll leave it at that. Final call for those on West Jefferson Avenue in Riverview. Please get to shelter. If you know somebody down there, please call them. This tornado may actually impact. There's a water treatment plant here on the intersection of West Jefferson and Pennsylvania. I used to drive by there all the time. Those types of buildings have great disaster recovery plans, so hopefully everything got shut down in time. All right, it looks like this is making its way onto the river, and before we get to that footage, I have been waiting to address this for a few minutes now. Just looking at Google Maps here, I can see 3 elementary schools and a Montessori academy have been in the direct path of this violent tornado. If you're a parent of any of these schools I'm about to list, I am so sorry. Bates Elementary in Woodhaven, we have reports of a direct hit there. Schools we have not heard from are Yake Elementary School, also in Woodhaven. The Montessori close to the intersection of Allen and King Roads in Woodhaven, and Forest Elementary School in Riverview, if radar was correct, probably took a direct hit as well. Again, if you are a parent of a child that went to any of these schools, you have our thoughts and prayers. Now let's take a look at this footage. This is going to be from Dundee, and I can't tell you exactly what part of town that is, but some of the damage that they're coming up on here. If you're just joining us today, we've had a long-tracked supercell with at least 3 violent tornadoes go through southeast Michigan. It's no longer a threat as it's moving into Canada. This footage, again, is from Dundee. We're all kind of taking a look at this for the first time together, and obviously this is some considerable damage. Good to see houses are intact there. Some pretty severe damage, though. We don't see any empty slabs yet. Now, there is undoubtedly, in my mind, much more severe damage, and if that is the case, it would be impossible to drive in. We may just be looking at the periphery of the tornado track. Looks like power's out. And again, you can see roofs partially off structures. This is just some examples, some of the damage in Dundee. No doubt in my mind we may see worse than that in Dundee, as well as the violent tornado that just tracked through the South Detroit metro.